Here we are on a rainy Saturday morning in the Windy City, and C2E2 convention. We're still in the afterglow of the convention, so I wanted to come around and highlight some new creature from the Black Lagoon collectibles and bring in some of my classic creature items also. So let's start on the art side. So new to us around here from Little Bad Wren, littlebadwren.com. Oh, it's a QR code. All right. Well, if that translates through the screen, I hope that can drive some traffic towards Little Bad Wren. But as we gave a quick highlight when Star G and I came around for the same day Saturday a week ago today coverage of the convention. We gave a quick mention to this here, but this image of the creature from Little Bad Wren and the media by which it's posted. So this was page 39 out of some kind of a volume from Anthrax to Anti-Fool. Wow. All right. So there's a pronunciation key down there in the bottom. Anyway, so the concept of taking some older pages and applying art over them. I'm enjoying the concept as well as the execution here. So here is Little Bad Wren's depiction of the creature as I jump in for this pop-up live stream. Now let me move cautiously here. Which hand do I hold the camera and which hand do I turn around? I thought it also, there's the ring light well featured. Here's good old Aunt Lucia, spook show pinups, who then went on to do DC bombshells. But we've had this creature from Aunt Lucia in the inventory for a good long minute, so I wanted to get in some other art representations. And then how am I going to come and talk about creature without highlighting the photo art of Nicole Houff? So there's creature and Barbie hanging out, and again, which hand for the camera and which hand to pull the images. And then we'll get into the figures in a minute. You can see there's a Neca shelf. Then we'll come up to the Mego shelf. Creature and Barbie hanging out poolside. Always appreciating Nicole, NicoleHouff.com or Nicole Houff on Etsy. All right, let's move this Little Bad Wren piece out of the way just to see. Right here's my long-standing Three Stooges of creatures. The OG creature, if you will, or then the dark green, or then the silver screen creatures. But before I come up to my new acquisition here to zero in on the giant size Mego creature, let me come down. If I can do that semi smoothly here. These two entries in the collection by way of the Fanboy Cantina. They're almost the same figure. This one, the Neca glow in the dark creature in the Ben Cooper style, and this one, the not glow in the dark. So let me bring them literally out of the shadows a little bit. Uh, Again, you can see the costume for those 70s and 80s popularized Ben Cooper style costumes. Sometime soon, I'll go through the full inventory from Fanboy Cantina, showing all the Ben Cooper NECA loot that he passed my way. But for now, let's do box art. This being the glow in the dark box. And they just that art style from Ben Cooper at the era figure with costume and mask. Let me flip them around this way. Creature size 5.5. And then the back of the box here is showing glow in the dark Ben Cooper with the Halloween bag, the other figures in the line. And now slightly different on this box art here. Again, these two pieces, complements of Fanboy Cantina. And they're obviously not glow in the dark featured here, but those are the other NECA Ben Cooper offerings in this series. Collect them all. Again, just trying to also highlight the box art here. If I can zero in on the guy we're going to talk about in a second while I restack the boxes here. So stacked comparison, just the black box symbolizing the glow in the dark. You can see the little bats with their simulated glow versus the little bats without the simulated glow. Other side of the box is pretty much the same. This by way of Chai Star G. I'd been trying to rein it in and not go to the extreme, not be over the top with these higher end NECA figures, but here we are in the black and white and gray scale, the silver screen style with the different face options, with the other available portraits. I'm still getting a little glare right there, but now I'm getting a lot of ring light in there. Okay, so creature by way of NECA. Fun in the Ben Cooper style. A lot of good fun in the Ben Cooper style. And without question, a classic rendering right here also. Let me get some box art. Again, a little still shot from the classic picture. Side of the box, Universal Monster logo. And what a conglomeration on the back of the box right here. That is just like a stack of creatures in the best of ways. As I'm moving up now, we come back to the Mego. I'd been waiting for the right time and right place to get the larger scale creature here, but let's just do a little contrast. Let me try to turn this guy so his face is, and, and then that's the way they go. We have a history of the Mego guys falling around here, but let me try to keep them, if I can, from falling. So again, the seamstress listed as Rachel Baker. Rachel Baker doing the cloth costume designs on these guys in these early morning hours here. So let me, there we go. Oh, look, he didn't all the way fall. He just kind of took a seat right there. Let's slide creature over. Let's get my little display case container out of the way. All in now in the MIB camera style. Also, MIB just yesterday put up his video on his channel, finding his grail of all grails, the Lone Ranger figure. So congrats to MIB for landing the longest standing thing he had been chasing down to get it in the right condition over the years. So again, I just, what does the process, what does one do to upscale? So look, they're not even an exact color match to the face. So that's kind of cool that there's a bit of a variance between the standard Mego size and the giant Mego size. Maybe even I would go as far as to say by color, the giant guy here is a bit of a hybrid, or he's his own thing. He's his own thing. He's just got some darker paint work in the chest plate there compared to standard size. The eyes definitely different, hidden in the yellow. Well, no, not all that different. Just it pops differently on the larger scale, on the larger size. Uh, and again, the claw, the webbed foot. I don't know if I can get all the way to highlight it, but it is just quite impressive to see the ridges and the upscale, the nearly twice the size uh, for this creature here. Again, just the standard Mego packaging along the side there. Creature 14-inch action, Mego logo. Uh, Yada yada yada. Item 62806, made in China. Uh, and same on this side, and again, just a nice basic. There you go. Let's get a little bit of a clarity in here. World's greatest Mego monsters. I like the purple and the yellow there. The interplay. I like the manic energy of creature as he's rendered right here. Collect them all. Again, I think because it's been a minute that there were only 3 in the series, I think it's creature and Dracula and Frankenstein. But anyway, just wanted to give a rainy Saturday morning update to my creature collection as we dive in here. Lights in the diver helmet, complement of Junkyard, of course. Uh, Svengoolie is playing American Werewolf in London tonight. I will be back around very soon with some more post-convention coverage specific to the Svengoolie show. Uh, have yet to crack open the coffee today on this rainy Saturday in the Windy City. All right, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the dive in as we dive back out now. That's all for now. We'll be back again soon.